All right, so it's been a while since I've received a review product, but I'm very happy to introduce the MiroPure massager. And this is a little bit of a controversial type of product, especially in the health industry. But I just want to kind of give a disclaimer that this is not a toy, and this is not something to goof around with. Electrical stimulation devices are a little scary, especially if they're operated anywhere near the heart or anything else like that. So before I even dive in, I must insist that you do not use this for anywhere near your heart. And if you have any sort of health condition, like such as a heart condition or you have a pacemaker, you need to avoid this stuff at all costs. I just wanted to get that out there just as kind of like a disclaimer. This is not a toy. But anyway, we're going to dive in and take a look at this. And this is just kind of like a device that if you need to massage your muscles or stimulate your muscles in any sense, you can do so. And this is a USB rechargeable one. You can use it for a bunch of different areas, such as, your back, your shoulders, legs, your abs, your back, like your lower back. Any of these are recommended places that you can use it. So we're going to take a look at it, see what it is, see how it works, and then we're going to go over all of the features as well. Come on, open up. There we go. All right, so inside we have the actual device. I'm going to pull this out. The packaging is very tight, but it's very, very well packed also. So I just wanted to note that. If you want to get a free gift, it looks like you can leave a review maybe. You can get free extra electrical pads, so just something to keep in mind. All right, but we'll look at the device first, and then we'll go over everything that comes with it. So it's a pretty light device, actually. It's not very heavy. It kind of reminds me of like the first PDAs or the first smartphones that came out. So it's got some protective film on it. We'll remove that to get a good look at it. All right, it's a nice device. All right, power it on. We press the power button. Nice light. You may be seeing some reflections, so I'm going to kind of move this off to the side. But there are 12 modes that can be used for this. So it looks like massaging, kneading, hammers, like using your hands as like a hammer, and it's all touchscreen, so it works pretty well. Just let you get a look at these. They're worth trying. All right. Well, we notice at the bottom we have A and B because we have A and B different slots for it. They're kind of like headphone jacks. And what happens is it sends the electric signal through that. You'll see more on it, but it looks like we can change each of the channels with it. Right. The key we'll take a look at a little bit later. I believe it's to lock the settings so you don't accidentally press anything. All right, let me unlock that again. There we go. And we also have a pause and play option as well. So this will actually pause it. It looks like I'm getting, there we go. So it can pause and play. I'm trying to get this from looking at the camera, so there's a slight delay in the recording. But anyway, the device looks good. All right, I'm just going to turn it off by holding the power button. It's nice, it's sturdy, it's lightweight. It charges through some of the old school USB ports, but that's quite all right actually, because it's all included in here. So that's the actual device. Right. Also inside we have a nice bag to hold everything, which is nice. When a company gives you a storage bag, it means that they actually care about you taking care of it. So it's nice, it's branded, it's a nice, good plastic kind of feel. All right. We have each of the electrode cables. I'll take those out first. I'll describe what each one is. So it looks like what we have on here is kind of like a dual channel one. So you can take the pads, put one on one side, one on the other, and kind of like split the current or the massage capability through it. And we also get two of the normal ones. So I'm just going to grab a normal one and use it. We don't really need to go too deep into each of the pads and test each single one. So I'm just going to use a standard single one. All right. Other stuff we have, a regular USB cable to charge it, so make sure you hold on to that. We get a stylus that we can use, to adjust the settings on it. All right. And we also get these pads. I'm just going to show you one of them, but I just want to show you the different various sizes that they have. Larger pads would probably be able to distribute the electrical stimulation a little bit, so these guys are probably going to be more intense because it's more of a concentration. But you have a bunch of different pads, and we'll go over one of these, and then we'll proceed from there. Also included in here is kind of like a manual that just goes over each of the areas you could place them. Some warnings and instruction manuals. We don't need to look at that. I played around with this for like 20-30 minutes already. So we're going to take this, we're going to take this, And we're going to take this, and we're going to test it out on my arm. All right, so we're back. I also forgot to mention this piece. This is kind of like a non-stick plastic surface. You just put each of the electrodes on it to hold it in place, just so you don't accidentally touch them together and kind of short circuit the device or anything else like that. So we're going to keep this on the side. I probably won't even use it, but if we need it, it's there. So we'll start by opening up this. All right, these are our two pads. They have kind of like a plastic seal on them. And I believe you're supposed to get rid of these after, you know, every certain number of uses. I mean, you shouldn't share them with people, just strictly being hygienic. But anyway, we're going to take my arm. We'll put one about here. All right, they're a little cold to the touch. We'll take the other one, put it here. So we're just going to, you know, a nice, slow, small current between these two. All right, we'll plug it in. Actually, no, I'm not going to plug it in here. I'm going to connect it first. This will be a little bit easier to run it and test it out. I've already tried it before, but I just want to show you the experience of, you know, putting the device on. So they clip on, like kind of like button clips, almost like you'd have on a jacket. Okay, we're connected on this. I'm going to turn this on first because I want to make sure I'm not putting on like some insane setting. I tried it before and I kind of like had to wimp out. But anyway. So I can adjust the power on each of these, so I can go up in intensity each time. I found that the single bar is more than enough for me, so I'm going to choose this first one, kneading. All right, I'm going to leave it at 0, and I'm going to plug it into the A slot. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll turn the intensity on once, and it is kind of like tensing me up a little bit. It's a very interesting feeling. It's definitely like a muscle relaxing feeling, and it's quite interesting. Again, notice how my channel is nowhere near my heart when this is going off. I do not want this to have any effect, but it's actually feeling kind of interesting on my muscles. Like, they're definitely being used, and they're definitely like flexing a little bit. Like, I can feel it, and that's on the lowest setting. I'm kind of afraid to go any higher than this because this is actually pretty intense for me. So, you know, I must warn you, you need to be careful with these, and you need to make sure that you're not doing anything irresponsible with it. I'm actually going to turn this off. It's distracting me quite a bit, to be honest. All right, and then I can remove the pins, and then I can peel away these. These will grip a little bit, and I believe they can also be washed. So, but it's nice to have this little plastic thing to hold them in place. All right, so I think this is a cool device. Again, I must insist that this is strictly for medical purposes only. Please, please, please do not use this on anything else. You know, this is one of those scenarios where you really don't want to cause yourself or anybody else to have a heart attack because you think it'd be funny with your friends. Don't do that. There are people who have died using these devices, and they've discovered that they had a heart condition or something. So, you know, ideally, seek a doctor, you know, get an EKG just to test to see how your health is. You know, all that stuff is pretty valuable that you should be considering. So anyway, this product is awesome. I like it a lot, and I'm definitely going to use it. You know, I go running and things like that, so I'm going to do some research to make sure I'm using it correctly, but after my legs are, you know, kind of worn out for a while, I think this might be a cool idea to relax them or, you know, massage them at least a little bit. So anyway, this has been the MiroPure E-stim device. It's an electric massager. All right. And, you know, please make sure that you are cautious with these. All right. Anyway, I will leave a link in the description to purchase this if you'd like on Amazon. And if you like these videos, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, whatever you think's appropriate. Thanks for watching.